Happy New Year, 2025. Oh, like, aren't we blessed and lucky that we've seen 2025? Like, this is how 2025 looks like. Yeah, like it's a blessing to be able to see this, right? Anyway, how are you doing? Happy New Year. I'm happy to be back on YouTube. I've not been on YouTube for a while because there was so many things I was doing. Let me tell you, YouTube is very tasking. Like it needs a lot. For me to come here these 10 minutes or 15 minutes, have to know what I'm talking about. I have to have arranged it. I have to go edit. I have to upload. I have to, yani it's usually so tasking and I had so much to do. And then I was like, over the years, I've posted so many videos. How many videos are there? I'm gonna write them here. So many videos. And then I was like, I've done so much. So for now, I want to take a rest. And then I focus on other things. Anyway, how are you doing? How was your 2024? Like, I want to hear in the comments. If you can comment how your 2024 was and what you want for 2025, I'd really love to interact with you down at the comment section. So I want to talk about how to get a good year in 2025 and how to ensure that you're not just repeating the same year over and over again. If 2024 was this way and you didn't like how it was, it's the same way it is. Or if 2024 was like this, the same 2023 was like this, the same 2024. You want to grow, you want to do different, you want to outgrow the things you know. So the things you did or the things you accomplished. So how can you ensure that your 2025 will be different? Number one, you guys can already guess my number one. Learning lessons. If you had an unfortunate 2024 and there were things that went so bad financially, emotionally, relationship wise, physically, spiritually, how can you show up different in 2024? What do you need to do different? What are the lessons you can take from 2024? If you had bad spending habits, what do you need to do now in 2025? Do you need to get a financial coach? Do you need to put measures in place where you're not able to access your money whenever you want to? Do you need to delete your bank app? Some of us have had to delete our bank apps because impulse buying hello. So what is it that 2024 has really taught you? And I am so huge on not being a victim. Please, we don't do victim mentality here. Because when you have that victim mentality, it makes you think that like you can't change the situation or you have nothing to do with whatever happened in your life. Sometimes we are actual victims, but other times we like to just fold our arms on the sidelines as our life is on fire. Like we're just watching things fall apart, and we think we cannot do anything to change that next time. So look at what do you want to do different? Do you want to start standing up for yourself more? Do you want, if that opportunity, that situation came again in 2024, 2025, that situation that really broke you, that thing that really, if it happened again in 2025, how would you show up? There are things that happen beyond our control. What Knowing what you know now, what would you want to do different? That's number one. Number two is measure your growth against yourself. And I keep saying this. Your competition is not Muthoni. My competition is not you. My competition is not my neighbor or other coaches. It's me. And this is what I mean. Measure your growth against yourself. How was I doing as a coach in 2023? Like I was just starting out. I was just really, that's when I was starting to get clients. How am I doing end of 20? How was I doing end of 2024? I was fully booked the whole of December. Like that is growth. Instead of thinking, oh, as other coaches are going international, other coaches are being booked in Dubai and in whatever. When I start comparing myself to other coaches who've been there before me or who have a different path they're taking, I'll feel like I'm dragging behind. But when I look at where was I in 2023 as a coach? How was I by end of 2024? I have grown. Like I am doing well. Where do I want to be end of 2025? Measure your growth against yourself. That's why we say you are your own competition. So look at 5 years ago, how are you doing financially, physically, emotionally, relationship wise, fitness wise? How are you doing 2 years ago? How are you doing beginning of 2024? How are you end of 2024 in terms of those aspects? Measure your growth against yourself. Don't compete with anybody in 2025. Just compete with yourself. Who you were 6 months ago. How are you? Were you doing health wise? How are you now? If it's gotten worse, now you ask yourself, why has it gotten worse from January? What can I change? What can I do different? Yeah, that is the second thing. So the first thing is learn the lesson, apply those lessons in 2025. The second thing is measure your growth against yourself. And the third thing is don't look at things, I don't know whether holistically is the right word, like as a law, as a big thing. Oh, 2024 was just terrible, or like my life is just, look at different aspects. And I learned this from my spouse. On 31st, we were just seated in the living room waiting for the year to, to jump. And I told him, I don't know what to say about 2024. I truly don't know what to say. And then he said, maybe it's because you're looking at it like this big whole year. How about you look at it like in different aspects? And I really liked that because when I looked at it, I realized some of my personal goals I was not able to accomplish, like traveling a lot internationally. But I really grew my coaching career. Like it really took off in 2024. I was able to open my office. I did about 10 boot camps, 10. And every boot camp has a minimum of 50 women. And I was able to market those things and show up for those women. I did physical classes here in my office that were fully booked. In December, like I said, my sessions were totally booked. I couldn't even take new clients. Even some of them, I had to bring them to January. Anyway, so when I looked at different aspects of my life, I might think maybe some of my financial goals I didn't accomplish, but I really did well for myself in terms of my coaching career. So I was able to look at, you know what? Yay, yay, Muthoni, yay. So even for you, instead of looking at, oh, I had such a terrible year in 2024, look at different aspects. Like I've mentioned, spiritually. Like even for me, I feel like spiritually I've really grown. Like my relationship with God is just on another level as compared to beginning of 2024. So look at different aspects in terms of your health. Have you been in and out of hospital? If you've not been out in and out of hospital, yeah, that's a win, right? In terms of your fitness journey, in terms of maybe if you had postpartum depression, look at the fact that now you have a child. So look at different aspects instead of looking at the year or just like a whole long thing, a whole long 12 months. Look at different aspects and how you have performed in each and every one of those ones. Yeah. And actually, it's a good way of setting goals. Now, this is the fourth. Is it the fourth thing or the third thing? Okay. Write your goals down. Please write them down. I was looking for a notebook that I usually show my clients. I think I took it home. I left it at home, where I started writing my goals in 2018. Like, this is what I want to accomplish. I remember some of my goals were to open a side hustle. Another one was to stop impulse buying, go back to school, do a birthday party. Like I had tiny, like good goals for 2018. And then at the end of 2018, I have written in another page what happened in 2018, the good in 2018, what I didn't accomplish. And then now I've written for 2019, the goals for 2019. I wish I had that book here. And then now I had written mid 2019. How am I in terms of the goals I wrote beginning of 2019? Please write down the goals. Know them. Don't just put them in your head because you'll keep being swayed around by things. Write them down somewhere where you can be able to see them. They help you focus so that when you see Muthoni now has started coil business or has started taxi business. Now you don't start thinking, I'm going to find a taxi business. When you see now someone else has decided to cut their hair and you in 2025, you wanted to grow your hair, you decided, I'm going to cut it too. It makes you stay, the writing goes down, makes you stay focused. Do a vision board as well. I did a video about doing a vision board last year. I'll see if I can put a link here, or I'll think if I don't know if I want to do another video for the vision board because it's gonna be more or less the same. Yeah. So also look at that video. I'm gonna put a link here. So please, those are what I came up with. Get help. I keep singing. I even said for me, I'll be very faithful with my therapist this year and with my coaches. I also have a coach. With my coach and therapist, I will be so faithful to seeking help. I am very serious with my personal development, with mental health. Yeah, because there's not much you can accomplish if you're not in the right headspace. So you can come to me. I have packages. I focus on healing trauma, relationships, self-awareness, confidence. I will always leave my contact here. You can reach out to me if this is your goal for 2025. Why is there so much noise? if this is your goal for 2025, you can start with me. I get people to hold your hand. We can even do individual sessions. And I have a new package. I don't know if I introduced it here, the femininity. I've had engaged ladies, even single ladies and married ladies who want to lean more towards their femininity. Anyway, I wish you well. I wish you a wonderful 2025. I'll be coming here more often, doing a lot of Q&As with you guys. I think we need to be doing YouTube lives, right? I don't know the good time to do a YouTube live. Anyway, have a wonderful time, and I'm always here to hold your hand and to